Hello, brothers and sisters. Title of the message today is Return to the Source of Life. Book 2, The New Creation. Number 4, The Farm of Life, number 1. We can define the relationship between God and ourselves in various ways, but the most perfect definition is a life relationship. Western philosophy is so scientific, they try to objectify everything. Well, in scientific field, everything must be objectified. That's correct. Maybe because of that reason, they even try to objectify the relationship between God and man. Actually, this is the greatest enemy which entered into church. People would say that the world which entered into church is the greatest problem, and among brothers and sisters, the principle of the world is the most serious problem. Objectification, this is the principle of the world. This principle always try to enter into church, and actually it has entered into church already. Christianity has become dogmatized. It also means that it was objectified. If Christianity has become objectified, it would be easy for people to see and touch. So those Christian leaders try to objectify everything. If things become objectified, anyone can touch as freely as possible. They can touch or stop touching, or as they carry those things with them, or they can throw them away. But if we are incarnated, we cannot throw it away or cut them off, as they are in our own body. It's very uncomfortable. Therefore, they are trying to objectify everything. But God is not the one whom we can learn about Him by objectifying knowledges. People would ask, do you think God is existing? I grew up in the environment where my family members did not pay any attention about God's existence. Whether God is existing or not, they didn't mind. But if we are brought up in the environment, people pay much attention about God's existence, whether people believe in atheism or theism, some people really mind. In fact, whether people believe in atheism or theism, those theories have nothing to do with our life. I was a theist from my childhood, as I was attending church from my childhood. So I was required to believe the existence of God. But as I faced a big problem, theism could not do anything for me. Eventually, I said to myself, I'm just a creature. I don't know anything. My Creator created me. There's God above me, so all the questions were finished. Is God really existing or not? I was attending church, but it was a big problem. I was attending church from my childhood, but in my 20s, I could not get the answer, and I was agonized. Do I have to go to church or not? If I go to church, I felt empty. If I didn't go to church, I felt burdened in my heart. As our church was located on the hillside, I had to go up many stairs. I was standing in the middle of the stairs and said to myself, do I have to go to church or not? I spent several years that way. I tried to check whether God is existing or not. I tried to lean my effort and read some books, but I couldn't find out the answer. But one day I got the enlightenment. I don't know about tomorrow. I don't know anything about tomorrow. I'm not qualified to ask such kind of question. Is God really existing or not existing? Well, I'm not qualified to ask that kind of question. I got the enlightenment. There is someone above me and before me. I have never seen God, but I acknowledge the fact that I am one of God's creatures. As I acknowledge about God, my endless complicated brains, which were wandering around the whole universe, all arranged simply and easily. All other thought disappeared. I got the enlightenment. Oh, I'm one of God's creatures. I know God is before me and above me. I naturally asked him, God, why did you create me? My reality was very difficult during those days. I have never asked God, why did you create me? I did not know whether God was existing or not. How could I ask that kind of question? But after I got the enlightenment, I was able to accept him and naturally asked him, God, why did you create me? So I prayed to God, my life is so difficult. Do I really have to survive? If you don't need me, please take my life. My life was so difficult when I was young. I couldn't find an exit in the front or back. Only the window toward heaven was opened up. I had to pray that way. Suppose I couldn't pray like that, I could have died as I was suffocated. But then God called me at that time in a mysterious way as I prayed and asked God, why did you create me? God answered my prayer, so I had nothing to think about. I just left my country, my people, and my father's household. I did not leave that place deserting anything. But it was so exciting to leave that place, I did not have any solution there. When we receive God's calling and leaving our hometown, if you don't have anything to throw away, it would be so easy to leave. But if we have too many things to throw away, it would be very difficult. If people have many things to desert, it would be very difficult for them to respond to God's calling right away. When Korea first received Western culture, rich people or aristocrats could not take part in that surge. Those low-class people took part in that surge, and later on, those aristocrats took part in that surge. Those famous Christian people in the beginning stage of Korean Christianity, they were so poor, they did not know what to do, so they entered into Christian mission schools. If they owned many things, they would not enter into the Christian mission schools. As I came out from that place, I confess that today is always better than yesterday. Suppose we desert something when we were young. If we compare with God's glorious calling, they are nothing. Suppose we don't own anything. It is our great happiness. Those brothers and sisters who own many things, their transformation is so slow, even in the church. If they own too many good things, they feel sorry deserting them. But if they see the light of heaven, those things they own, they consider them, they're nothing, and they throw away easily. Apostle John had a special mission to show the enlightenment to the people living in the Greek world, where they objectify everything. That's why he said, Word became flesh. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. As we have some knowledge about Old Testament Bible already, we can accept easily without any difficulties. Logos here is objectified words without mind and without character. Logos is objectified knowledge, wisdom, ultimate decision of some kind. Such kind of words. But John transformed that into the life. He suddenly said, in the beginning there was Word, as this Word was with God, and the Word was God. Word became flesh. Objectified logos without life, John transformed them into the Word of life. Disciples did not know the way to Father. They asked Jesus, where's the way? They wanted to know the objectified way. They thought only then we can walk along the way. If somebody tells me the way, I can find a place without the one who told me the way. But Jesus did not tell them about the way, but he said, I am the way. Jesus said, I'm the way. Disciples could not understand the words of Jesus clearly. They were confused. Therefore, Philip said, Lord, show us the Father, and that'll be enough for us. Jesus said, you have seen me, you have seen the Father. Why did he ask me to show you the Father? Disciples were so much confused. They really did not know what Jesus was trying to say. They expected Jesus would tell them about the objectified way. But as Jesus did not tell them about the objectified way, they really did not know what to do. They were really confused. Thank you. Hallelujah. May God bless every one of you. Thank you again. Thank you. Thank you.